how it was and happy are you visual uh, how do you visualize a best life in
Anand, it is interesting that a lot of people who admire my work. I'm really hard on myself. I don't consider myself a genius at all. But the people who admire my work and they praise me for the visual elements in my theatrical production. Uh, it is something becomes your second nature. So when I'm just preparing myself, I'm preparing myself because my preparation to direct a piece sometimes takes a year. I do a lot of research. I have to read a lot. I have to think. I have to travel before I start like directing a play. So it's not just I'm coming overnight. I say, okay, I know everything. I choose a play and have like invite some actors and start working. I spent like month preparation, thinking, visualizing, and I think that's it. The concept of visualization start in my practice, in my homework, as I do for my preparation. When I read a scene from, for example, like from Shakespeare, for example, I directed Macbeth, Shakespeare's Macbeth years ago. When I was just looking at the scene, reading the scene, I could see the visual elements. You could see how I'm going to. I said visual elements. The other thing I would like to tell you, the nonverbal aspect of theater that fascinates me. When I started focusing on nonverbal aspects, not in theater, the nonverbal aspect of our human behavior that fascinates me. And I think that's it. When I start like focusing on the nonverbal, the visualization comes. And there is one other thing that I want to tell you, like, it is just I brought this idea of visual, the nonverbal and that's it. Like I'm not so crazy about words. I'm not. I don't think words can express everything. I've been like communicating with you here and there in the past 3 4 years, and even right now I'm communicating with you so easily because I'm not relying on words. I have to understand everything, even your facial expression, your nonverbal expression tells me a lot. I learned a lot. I can communicate with you. And I think that's what I bring to theater. And the idea of visualizing, as I said, like I'm kind of repeating myself, in order to visualize a theater, like, a scene, I just rely and trust the nonverbal elements, which is the physical elements. The way you move, you tell a story. The way you shake your head, you're telling me a story. The way to physical to bodies interact is telling a story. It doesn't have to be always words, words, words. Words are not capable always to express everything. And you know that better than me. You know that. You know that you can express yourself physically so clearly that sometimes even you don't need the words. So again, a great question, and I hope I answer because I can go on about how to visualize my work forever. But I know we don't have all the time here.
uh, are not there only for an evening or do they can marry for the audience?
Another remarkable question, my friend. To tell you the truth, no, I'm not an entertainer. I don't consider myself as an entertainer. My work in theater is attractive, is engaging. When audience they come to my shows, all the critics have been talking about my work, saying they don't get bored when they come to my theater. But I don't consider myself an entertainer. As I mentioned, the social, philosophical, and political aspect of theater fascinates me. As a theater artist, I'm concerned about so many things. I'm concerned about so many things about the state of humanity. I'm concerned about the inhumanity of humanity, if it makes sense. Like sometimes, I don't understand. I get angry sometimes with what we do as human beings, the destructive nature of human behavior. Look at what is happening in the world right now. As a theater artist, I think I'm responsible for this. I'm not type of artist to just invite people and say, "Yeah, I'm going to entertain you. Forget about life. Just have fun here with me." That's another way some people do it, but I'm not interested. I think I want to say something. I'm worried about something. I'm anxious about so much is happening in this world. Um, I the killing of people bothers me and it hurts me. And the social injustice, the racial inequality that bothers me. And I am and I'm one of the artists, as like many other artists, in my work, I would like to address these issues. I want to tell them this is the reality of our society. This is yeah. I'll give you an example. A couple of years ago, I was doing a project, uh, researching. I didn't finish the project. I'm hoping still I could do it in the future. It was related to the events of the 20th century, the past century. It was like terrifying, the reality I discovered in my research. Do you know, Adon, like in the 20th century, how many people got killed by human made disaster? Human made disaster, what I mean by it is revolution, wars, and the 20th century, believe it or not, 400 million people got killed in wars and revolutions. And due to um, political and religious ideologies, because the political and religious ideologies in the 20th century, including that, like a fascism, Nazism, communism, Islamic fundamentalism, killed so many people. 400. First, I said this is impossible. 400. I'm dreaming, but I just noticed the two wars, First and the Second World War. Just people, it was at least like 80 million, close to 100 million there in the two wars. So I think, and then as a theater artist, I think I'm responsible. I cannot just be a pure entertainer, just come and entertain people. I think I'm responsible. One other thing, the final thing I would like to say, you said I have a message. That's something I refuse to give a message as an artist. You know why? Because then I put myself above people, above my audience, as a political leader or like a religious leader to tell them this is the way for humanity. As an artist, like good artists don't do this. Good artists just bring the subject matter, to show the problem, to show the horrifying realities of human existence, and ask the audience to make their own decision. So like basically, I think for me, like a good art doesn't matter, film, television, visual arts, uh, they're raising more questions than answering questions or prescribing something for humanity because audience don't like that. It's proven. Audience don't like that an art, a theater artist or filmmaker comes and advertise or do propaganda for a concept, for an idea. It doesn't work. It doesn't mean that you don't have an idea. I don't have a way of thinking about humanity, but again, I refuse an artist to tell people what they have to do. People don't like it.
No de me muy con el voy o en con el what is your opinion about that?
Um, and none is I get basically I have issues like showing violence in film, and unfortunately, like Hollywood does this a lot. As I said, like if you want to show the brutality of war, the brutality of violence, I think we have to do it as artists, but we have to find a way of doing it so realistic again, the realistic showing of violence and war and brutality of human action, I think has a very negative effect on the society. So as I said, I've seen great directors in film and television address this issue, address like the concept, the idea of the brutality and the violence of human beings, but in a very sensitive way. And I've seen the what do you call that? Again, the kind of like the Hollywood interpretation of this concept. Um, very like um, very like bothering me, like very much is bothering me. I don't buy that, and I think has a absolutely a negative and horrible effect in our society. But as I said, like that's the artist. This is artistic vision, how to explore, how to convey that idea, if it's important for the playwright, for the director, that to communicate that idea of a violence and condemn it. They have to find a way how to do it. They have to find a way, in an artistic way, to do it. So, yeah, I totally disagree with showing the naked violence on film and television. I totally disagree with it.
What are your opinions on those who want to become yeah,
What I could tell them, I think it's a craft. Acting, theater is like a science. You have to study. You have to study theater. You have to study acting. There's a wrong perception that it's all a talent. He's a talented actor. It's all about talent. Talent without knowledge, without technique, without the craft doesn't go anywhere. Um, a lot of people have a wrong perception about like theater and acting. They think that they don't need to know, just the talent is enough. It's not that. Um, as a good theater artist or film or artist in general, you need to read a lot. You need to know about philosophy. You need to know about history. You need to know about psychology, because when you act, an actor is not just imitating someone. It's a wrong perception that acting is about imitating. No, acting is about understanding the human psychology. um, Acting. is about like, yeah, like about knowledge about human behavior. Why a person, for example, like, kills, why someone becomes like Hitler and kills like, 6 billion, million Jewish people. I think it's not just simply just, you have to understand, you have to know why. There's a history, there's a psychology. And that's why I would encourage people who are interested in arts in general, and in particular, interested in theater and film, they have to study. That's why there are like, universities, theater schools, 4 years. Even we have master's program in theater. We have PhD in theater. People, there's like a lot to learn in order to be a good artist. Just having the talent is not enough. The talent needs a technique. You have to always investigate, search, to find your place. How are you going to express yourself as a theater director, as an actor, as a film director? It's always is necessary. I think is knowledge is necessary. Without that, it's impossible. I get a lot of like, people come to me, or even parents that say, Mr. Parsa, my son is so talented. He imitates everyone in the family. And I said, okay, imitating is not art. Is, as I said, you have to study human psychology. You have to learn how to approach your character, or how to analyze the work you are, the play that you are acting in it. So when you're just doing, for example, a play by whoever, like, a modern play or a classic, you have to have that knowledge of how to analyze, how to break it down, to discover, focus on your character. So it's a lot of work, it's a lot of studying, it's a lot of, requires a lot of knowledge. That's what I tell everybody. Just go and learn and study. Go to the theater schools, go to the film schools. There are like 4 years, 3 years, 4 years programs that you have to go, to learn how to use your body, how to use your voice, how to use your intellect, how to use your brain. Um, and I think this is all essential, to be a successful, artist.
What do you say who who have not been yeah.
Try again. Don't give up. If you're really passionate about what you do, you should try it again, because it's not an easy profession. It's not really an easy profession. To be an artist, it's is very difficult. So in order to achieve that everybody, like, I know all the artists, they have failed many times. Is not something, as you finish, you go to university and you finish your, like, acting or theater, studies, and you come to the society and you are ready, and everybody's going to open their arms and say, come on and do theater and act for us. It's not the case. There's so many people out there, so competitive. I would say, don't give up. Don't be afraid of failing. If you fail, that's okay. You have to try it again. If you believe in yourself, keep doing it. Keep, um, searching. Keep investigating. Find things about yourself. Find, about your, that about your failure, and the reason for it. I think, as I said, if you have a passion, eventually you'll be able to succeed.
How it was and happy are you before uh, uh,
Mm. Um, I am. Success is a big word. I'm not sure. Like, everything is relative, in my opinion. Yes, as a theater artist, as especially an immigrant artist in Canada, I'm really happy. I'm satisfied with my achievements because it has not been an easy path to travel as an immigrant because um, the performing arts, theater or film, it usually like things are has been changing now, but usually don't it doesn't belong, to immigrant artists. Immigrants have to do other things, not to do arts. So for that reason, yes, I'm proud of my achievements, what I've done all these years, and I'm happy with the recognition I have got in the Canadian society, in the performing arts in Canadian society. I have a good place. I'm very happy about that. But again, I think everything, as I said, is relative. I know a lot of talented people. They haven't been able to achieve what I have achieved. It doesn't mean because they were not good. I think they were amazing. Sometimes I think perhaps I've been in the right place and the right time. Um, so I never consider myself because of my achievements that I've been a genius. No, I don't consider myself that way. um, I know I've been resilient. I've been very, consistent because of my love for theater. And it's love. It wasn't love. So it wasn't just a business for me to succeed. So I want to be like a best director. I never thought of that. I wanted to communicate. I wanted to connect with my audience. That was the best, prize for me. So again, to answer your question, yes, I'm proud and I'm happy with what I've done, with my achievements. But again, I don't consider myself a genius and the one and only. No. So yeah,
What dream outdoor are fully and we are not yet?
my dream, in arts, in what I do, I'm happy. I don't have a unfulfilled dream. But as a human being, yeah, my dream is to see peace everywhere in the world. I would like to see the freedom of people, especially in our homeland, Iran, that they haven't been fulfilled yet. And I think we have a long way, humanity has a long way to go. But yeah, those are my dreams. And um, that I would like to see more humanity. I would like to see more compassion. I would like to see less killing. I would like to see more peace. And I hope that I would be able to see it one day, as much as as impossible to get the perfect, get the perfect, like the picture there. But that's my dream. That to see that at least a bit of it, bit of peace for humanity. Um, that's all I can say.
How was your every year with me with the island of the of
Oh my God, it's been remarkable. It's been remarkable. I'm so like pleased with this conversation. As I said, like I never ever a moment felt that we are not communicating or something is not working. I just like it's a joy to see your facial expression when you say something, when you enjoy something, when you question something. I can see it in your face. And this device is so amazing, and I'm so grateful for this opportunity, and yeah, it works so well for me. It works so. I had no idea. I said, like, how are we gonna do this? But I've seen your previous interviews, obviously, so I knew it was working. But experiencing myself, experiencing it, it was remarkable. It was amazing. And I want to congratulate you and your brother for just like doing this. This is like a huge achievements. Huge, huge achievements. Yeah. So thank you for this opportunity. Thank you for inviting me to speak with you. Um, yeah.
It was very talking with you more and more a photo technique. Well,
Thank you, Anand. Thank you so much. And likewise, I wish you all the best with everything you do. As you know, we are good friends, and I'm so proud to have this, like, friendship, really. And I wish I was like more available, could always communicate with you. As you know, sometimes, life gets so difficult and gets in the way, my projects and my work. But you are a very dear friend of mine, and I'm very proud of you. And I'm really cherish this friendship. Is amazing, and thank you so much for inviting me to be a part of this. And I'm sure we're gonna talk more, and we're gonna just communicate more in the near future. Definitely. Thank you so much. Yeah, I
bye
think we're
for
done.
now. Bye.
Bye for now. Thank you. Yeah.